Welcome to WeLearn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 27, Common Problems of the Ear. Topics which we are going to cover in this session are structure of the ear, examining the ear, common problems of the ear like earache, ear discharge and deafness, prevention of ear infection, suggested activities to help children understand the importance of hearing. Now coming towards the first topic, that is the structure of the ear. The ear has three main parts: outer part, middle part and the inner part. The outer part or the outer ear is the part of the ear that is on the outside of the head with the ear holes. This led to a narrow passage or channel at the end of which is a circular membrane called the drum. The middle ear extends from drum or tympanum to the inner ear, which is demarcated by three small bones. These bones vibrate with the movement of air caused by the sound. Now the structure of the ear. Here, this is the outer part or the outer ear which emerged out of the body. Ear canal, eardrum, middle ear is indicated by the red line and the inner ear is indicated by the blue color structure. As the canal, now moving towards the examining the ear. As the canal from the outer ear to the drum is covered, it is difficult to see the drum without an instrument called the otoscope. This an electronic torch with a small bulb which shines light into the ear. While children are still young, it is important to find out if they can hear or not. A deaf child is not mentally retarded. She is as intelligent as any other child and can learn to speak very well if the right help to improve her hearing is given. Next are the common problems of the ear. The following are the three common problems of the ear that children suffer from. First is the earache. This may be due to any of the issues. Like pain in the ear is usually due to septic infection in the middle ear as a result of infection in the upper respiratory parts. The onset may be sudden and severe. This is called acute infection. The bacteria travel from throat through the Osterian tube to the middle ear. The inner lining becomes swollen and pus collects in the cavity. This causes severe pain and fever. This condition is known as otitis media. Now, the treatment which we can use to resolve the problem is: never try to treat this condition at home. Refer to the doctor. If acute ear infection is not treated, it leads to complications. Flies, mosquitoes and other insects go into the middle ear and cause acute discomfort or pain if they sting. If a foreign body enters the ear, it causes pain. The treatment is: these conditions are painful and difficult to handle. A warm oil does not help. refer to the doctor. Next is the babies who are teething, that is cutting their molars, may have earache. They will be seen to be rubbing their ear. This is due to referred pain from the jaw. When the teeth are erupting, they press on nerve and go to the middle or inner ear. So the baby has pain in the ear and keep rubbing it. This is called referred pain, as it is not an earache due to infection in the ear but is referred from the jaw. Next are the ear discharge. When there is infection in the middle ear, pus collects in the canal. This causes acute pain. The drum swells up and finally bursts. This is called perforation. And the treatment which we use is treat otitis media before the drum perforates. Refer the child to the doctor. In the case of both acute and chronic otitis media, the doctor will prescribe antibodies to treat the infection. The doctor may also prescribe antibiotic ear drops. And this leads to the same process as above, leading to perforation. Next is the treatment. Refer the child to the doctor. Water entering the middle ear commonly occur while swimming or bathing may become infected with fungus which lodge and affect the middle ear. The treatment which we use for the correction of such ailment is refer the child to the doctor. To prevent this, clean the ear thoroughly after the bath using a soft swab. Next is the deafness. Deafness may be caused due to birth defects. Some illness like meningitis can result in deafness. Temporary deafness can be the result of impacted wax in the ear, foreign body, swelling of eustachian tube in the common cold. Preventions of ear infection. The following aspects should be considered while designing the prevention of ear infection. Treat cold and sore throats immediately. Do not let the infection spread to the middle ear. If there is earache with fever, treat with antibiotics before the eardrum perforates. For this, refer the child to a doctor. Clean the baby ears with a swab after every bath. Accumulated water led to ear infection. Mothers are advised to feed infants while sitting and not lying down. An eustachian tube in infant is shorter and straighter. Do not let older children with middle ear infection go swimming. Prevent insects from hovering around the baby's ear by keeping the outer ear clean. See that the space behind the outer ear is clean. Next are the suggested activities to help children understand the importance of hearing. So in this, the first comes the Chinese whisper. Ask the child to stand in a circle. Whisper a sentence to the first child and ask her to whisper it to the ear of the next child, who in turn will repeat it to the next child, and so on. The last child says aloud that she heard. Very often, this will be quite different from the original sentence. The children enjoy this game and also understand the meaning of talking. Next are the mind games. Give a complicated message and ask a child to act. And in this way, communicate the message to the rest. The children will soon realize the advantage and importance of communication through hearing. Now, in the last, there are a few questions which are based on this session. Question number 1 is, what can be the reason of temporary deafness in children? Question number 2 is, what are the common problems of the ear children suffered from? That's all for this session. Thank you. Happy learning, we learning.